All right, today is Tuesday, which means another episode of Two Trades in 2 Minutes. Hi, I'm Ross Givens, a stock trader of more than 20 years, and every Tuesday I try to deliver to you two low-risk, high-probability trade opportunities you can take right now. And the secret to our sauce is sticking to areas that are rising the fastest. You want to be laser-focused on the hottest areas of the market where the dollars are flowing, and then buy those precise breakout levels where the stock is likely to make a big and fast move higher. And if you have questions about this, click on last Tuesday's video. I reviewed all the trades we've recommended over the last 10 weeks, and you can see how those have performed. Now, one of the things, as I said, we want to do is focus on the hottest areas of the market. And we look at this chart, which shows the top performing sectors over the last 1, 2, 3, and 4 months. We start to see some names continuously pop up. Obviously, nuclear has been a big play over the last 6 months. That continues to be a top performer over the last 1, 2, 3, and 6 month periods. We're seeing a lot of strength in the crypto space as this is beginning to rise up, and these mining stocks doing well with Bitcoin sitting around 120,000. The mining and metals has been a big theme this year. Gold and silver are on historic rallies, and these stocks are obviously participating in that and leading the pack. A little bit in the lithium space that's mainly driven by LAC. So these are the real areas we want to focus, sticking to the leading themes of the market, which are crypto and nuclear and mining and quantum. Now, these quantum stocks have been in an insane rally. This is something really I haven't seen, and I wasn't even there for it, since back in the mid-90s or in the dot-com bubble. And this is QBTS. This is one of the trades I recommended on this segment back here on September 10th. And if you took that trade, you were sitting on a whopping 120% gain over the last month. But a lot of these are very extended. QUBT's up here. IonQ has doubled since the beginning of last month. ARQQ has more than doubled. And I don't like buying these stocks when they are extended, because if you've got a stock that is up 120% in the last month, at any point you could get profit taking in a pullback. And so there's a reason we like to buy from these tight areas that look like this, because in here the stock is consolidated, it has absorbed supply, it is ready to release that energy and accelerate higher. So I don't want to chase these, even though if you own them, you're sitting pretty well. So we're going to focus on the other areas and find stocks setting up in some tighter patterns. And one of those is EU, ticker Encore Energy. Now, this is not a perfect breakout pattern, although you can see how the stock is rallied, come in, and sort of form this little cup with handle pattern breaking higher. Encore is a uranium miner, which is obviously the leading component in deriving nuclear power. And, this one got really beat up leading up to 2025, fell in a big way. So we're way off the highs, but seeing a ton of strength off the April lows. This stock has tripled since then. It kind of came in, as I said, put in this little cup with handle pattern here. And even if we dial in a bit closer, you can see that what this stock has done is come up, kind of consolidate in a little wedge here, begin to break out. It is a nice pocket of growing volume on the move up, and it is breaking through the highs of the year, any potential supply back here from July, and accelerating higher. So I think EU is Bible here. It's in the right space. It's ripping into new highs. You'll work a stop loss probably at about 8%. Call it 309, 310 right in here. See if you get an acceleration higher. And this is very similar to like MIR, another nuclear stock that had a big dip and just came back really, really strong. That ping pong ball action showing it wants to go higher. All right, another stock I like, CRS. This is Carpenter Technology, another mining stock, although not a precious metals name. Just realized I forgot to do the timer, so we'll just pretend I made it in 2 minutes. Big move, 140 to 280, a double May, June, and July. Comes in, it is tightening up nicely, beginning to shallow, compress. I want to buy this on a breakout above 260. If that happens, after buying, I'm going to work a stop loss here at 240 for a 7% risk, and I'm looking for this stock to rip through into new all-time highs. Probably take a little bit of profits around 300, that big century number, and then see if it can accelerate and continue up into new highs. All right, so that's the two trades in 2 minutes. Now, one other stock I wanted to share with you, and this is interesting. This was brought to me a couple hours ago by one of our new analysts named Tyler, is an ETF. The ticker is PSIL. Now, this is the Psychedelics ETF, and if you're not familiar, haven't been following this space, There's a ton of research in the psychedelic space about some of these herbal, I don't even know what you want to call them. They're currently like Schedule C or whatever it is that are illegal. But having huge benefits for people with PTSD, for healing trauma and depression, etc. And we're seeing a lot of big names get behind these, especially for our war vets. And so this is a way to kind of diversify your risk in that space. A lot of these are very small stocks. They're riskier. So PSIL gives you an ETF that gives you broad exposure to that area. And of course, if we do see major legislation on the psychedelic side, these stocks will double and triple from here. But if we look at this thing on a weekly chart, I mean, we've got this, here's when this thing came out at IPO, got just absolutely hammered. And then look here, as we're seeing this kind of shallowing base right off the lows, it's just about textbook. How it comes down, we've seen this in so many charts before. It comes in and then shallows, and it's beginning to emerge into a new stage 2 uptrend that should take this thing into the 40s and beyond. So this is not a trade I'm recommending. Risk 7 or 8%. It should blow out tomorrow or the day after, but this does look very, very strong to me. This includes stocks like MindMed, MNMD, which very, very promising, but also very, very volatile. I mean, it goes from $5 to 90 and all the way back down. So it's sort of all over the place. You can see a similar trajectory here in that stock as it formed this kind of big rounded bottom here as it comes up and shallows and then begins to accelerate out on above average volume. So anyway, it's not rising up the ranks. I don't even have it in our market health indicator list. We may add that, but PSIL, I think it's worth putting a couple of retirement dollars into, setting this aside in what could be a real standout medical breakthrough over the next several years or decades, and I'd be surprised if this didn't see some substantial gains during that time. So that's 2 trades in 2 minutes. If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button down over there in the corner. That way these videos, along with our other content, will show up in your YouTube feed and you won't miss a single update.